You all hear the telltale sound of tires on a dirt road headed in your direction.
Height.
Coming up the main road, you see Tommy Vernon's salvage truck. Behind him, you see a black Chrysler LeBaron, a white panel van, followed by another Chrysler LeBaron and another Chrysler LeBaron. The white panel van says New England Positronics on the side of it. And in a matter of 30 seconds, 8 men in suits all step out of the passenger side and driver side of these vehicles, all wearing matching black suits.
I think we need a high.
Yeah, come this way. You know what? I saw an intact vehicle last time I was
here. You see the
here.
binoculars. You see the woman in the van roll down a window and then lean over and wave her hand. One of the other guys comes towards her, and he walks to the back of the Positronics van and opens both handles on this. And you can see there's lights and flashing, comes out with some kind of a military grade crate. You see him wave another guy over, and together they slowly, carefully slide this thing out of there, and then they pull on it and it extends. And they're holding it on each end, and they're moving it around the junkyard, looking through it. Cool. So Colt, up first, describe to me what you're doing with this RC car.
I mean, they're looking for one thing, or many of the one things. We know that there are so many of them. So Colt is kind of sneaking his way up to there's a crane. Once he finally makes his way up there, he starts zooming that vehicle right on over to the dude, and kind of does a little spinny loop around him, and then just starts taking off. And if the guy,
you just see him snap back and then refocus, runs up. Since they're not focusing, just grab the bike. So you just hear him yell, "Suck it, nerds!" and then just book it off into the warehouse, around a corner somewhere.
Arise, minions, and welcome to unMadeGaming. We are here for another episode. Don't worry about that intro. That'll get fixed in post. Sometimes you forget to edit properly. You know, peek behind the curtain. We're here. Yay. We are back. This is episode 5? Episode 5, that sounds right. So, if you guys like what we do here and you want to support the channel, the best way to do that is by going down to our Patreon link right down below. While you're down there, click on that Discord link, join us in the Discord, be a part of the community, be a part of the conversation. And as always, in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see that corruption bar. That bar serves 2 purposes. 1 is when that bar fills, I get to torture these wonderful people here. And 2, every single dollar that goes into that bar goes back to these wonderful faces that you see here before you. That being said, let's jump into things. So, you all peel off in similar yet different directions into the late afternoon here. We're going to focus on the Trivedi brothers. As you guys head home on your bicycles, pedaling your way down there, you make your way down the street as quickly as possible back into your driveway. The Mustang is sitting there cool in its heels, just waiting to be driven again, waiting to take that stallion back to the streets. But, who knows how long that's going to take there, Ojas. But you guys barrel into your residence. Bikes, I assume, drop to the ground. What are you guys doing as you get home?
I think Ojas is just going to be quiet.
Mm.
He's just gonna, and my bike, is it still, I forget what happened to it. Am I on my bicycle?
Unless you took the dirt bike. Did you take the dirt bike, or did you hide the dirt bike by the place?
Well, the dirt bike, last I remember, was hidden.
Yes.
And then I forget. I thought my bicycle got tossed in the trash or something.
Yeah, I mean, you could pull it out of there.
In the trash.
You guys hid them in the trash. Yeah.
Okay.
The only bike that was attempted to be absconded with was the dirt bike, but you snatched it out of the way.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, then yes, I do. I'm on the rickety old bicycle, making the.
Yes, love that with the little beats.
Noise.
So you're gonna get home, and you said you're gonna be quiet when you get in.
I was just talking about on the way back.
Oh, gotcha.
Like the journey there. I don't think he really has a lot to say unless
Colt.
Thank you, Colt. I'm so sorry. It's been a day. Unless Colt has something to say to me. But I think even then he's probably gonna like ignore him. Or at least not like give only one word answers. And then as soon as he gets home, he's gonna go to his room and shut the door behind him.
No, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Colt is a nerdier you with the mouth of me that doesn't stop. So I can't imagine a silent ride home in any capacity.
Oh no, Colt is absolutely spinning off like all of these conspiracy theories and like, oh my gosh, this is just like this movie or just like this television show. They're gonna know who we are. We're gonna have to go into hiding. Oh my God, mom's gonna kill us. Like just nonstop the entire way. And he is booking it back. Like this isn't a gentle stroll back to the house. This is like, we need to get home. I gotta write stuff down. I've got to go do some research. What the heck just happened? What did we see? And so like, yeah, maybe Otis is like, just like kicks down his bike and just kind of like heads inside. No. Colt slams his bike down, dashes through the door, quickly grabs a snack from the kitchen, and runs back to his room. So like if Otis was there and closed it before her, although I feel like Colt would beat him.
Yeah.
Because he's rushing, right? He's just rushing, slams the door, and then like Otis comes in like a moment later. And he is immediately just like looking for like going through like his book bag and like pulling out homework and stuff like that, and just trying to find like a spiral notebook and like start writing down like the name of the van and the license plate and like like there were like 8 people and they looked like this, and and they had this machine, and he's like trying to draw out that big machine that they stretched out that was kind of like some sort of like x-ray special vision thing. Like he has no idea, but he's just trying to get it all down so he can't forget.
Okay. You do that. You blast in a fury of ideas and poorly drawn sketches. Just you quietly saunter through the house. You notice 2 things while you do. The house smells nice, but not like a cooking nice or like a scented Yankee candle nice. It smells like fruity perfume, maybe. And you can also hear the radio and your mom singing.
Who just ignores her?
Okay.
He doesn't acknowledge her. I feel like, would she like have yelled something or
nope? She
heard us
in fact, as you walk like up the stairs to your bedroom, you see that her door, the master bedroom down the end of the hall, the door is closed, and that's where the singing is coming from.
Okay. I am just going to ignore her and walk into my room, ignore Colt, just like grab my hockey stick, get in bed, and just start twirling it, spacing out. Occasionally like looking at the stick, but almost like instead of looking at the stick, he's kind of looking past the stick, and you can't really tell what he's really envisioning or really picturing in his mind. Occasionally you see him like, I'm assuming like there's a dent on his hockey stick from where he had thwacked.
Yeah.
Well, the first orb, and then again the second time the half orb. And almost like it's not even like directly looking at it. It's like kind of looking off from the side, seeing it, and immediately trying to avoid it, as if though he's trying to just avoid whatever it represents.
Okay.
He's just silent.
Okay. So as you sit in the throes of teenage angst, Colt, you are frantically scratching down every single detail you could have remembered in your tiny brain. What are you doing? Are you trying to put pieces together, or are you just trying to get everything down?
Colt's trying to just get everything down, especially with whatever happened in that dream state. Whatever weird thing that was. So like there's a poorly drawn like body, and it's like got, like now he's using like color pencils or something and like drawing in like where like the incisions were being made. Any other like little like he drew like, a thing that looks like a table, but it's the gurney, right? So that's like just a square with a couple X's on it and then some legs. Like it's just really poorly drawn. This kid is not an artist at all. But he doesn't want to forget, and he's afraid he's going to forget because those people did that flash thingy and I'm gonna forget his name. Why am I always forgetting his name? Tommy Vernon. Just didn't seem to care about anything that was going on in his junkyard, which he cares about. So like he's like, okay, I'm just gonna write this down, and if they zap me, at least I know that this is here. So that's what he's doing.
Okay, I like that. So you sit frantically writing this down. Oh, just you kind of lean on the bed, spinning that hockey stick and sort of just spacing off into the middle distance. Some time goes by. Both of you are so wrapped up in what you're doing, you're not even sure how much time goes by. But some time does go by, and a knock on the door.
I ignore it.
Just a minute. Hang on. Just needs to put pants on.
I ignore it.
Boys.
Colt is like pushing all the papers together and shoving them into the backpack with the RC car, sets the controller off on its charger, and like goes and quickly opens the door. Definitely not looking like he was doing anything he wasn't supposed to be doing.
So as Colt stands for no reason sweaty in the doorway, you see your mother, who is in a dress. She looks down to you and she says, okay, boys, Ojas, are you in for the night?
I turn around and don't respond.
Okay, Mr. Sassy Pants. You still can't have your car back. I assume that means you're in for the night, and we'll deal with your attitude later. Colt, your brother's in charge. Today's rule still applies. You will be with him wherever he goes. There is $10 on the kitchen counter. Order yourself pizza. And no soda. No soda.
But they got their Crystal Pepsi.
No soda for you.
Just kind of like, it's like that defeated, pouty 10-year-old just kind of like walks by and starts heading to the table so he could go order the pizza.
Oh,
he's
yes.
gonna get his ingredients.
Remember what I said. No soda for him. And he stays with you everywhere. Understood?
Whatever.
I said I don't have time for that right now, but that will be discussed tomorrow morning.
Sure.
Behave. Watch your brother.
I kind of just like do a side wave.
I think you mean, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The door closes. Not a slam, but definitely louder than a regular close. And you can hear a few stomps down the hall. As she hits the stairs, one more look into the kitchen to see you frantically dialing the Pizza Hut number, Colt. And she looks at you and says, no soda. I will be back late. I don't know what's wrong with your brother. Be good.
He's got girl problems.
Oh. Well,
he'll be fine. It's okay. I'll talk to him.
She walks over to the kitchen, and there's that wooden thing like hanging on the wall that is the scratch pad for like phone numbers. She like flips one of them up, pins it, and then writes "have the talk" underlines to remind herself. And then she grabs her keys off the table, lays down, gives you a little smooch on the head, looks to you and says, I will be back later tonight. If you need anything, that's the number you can reach me at. And she writes it underneath, have the talk. Only emergencies.
Okay, yeah, got it. Only
Loss of
emergencies.
limb.
Yep. Bleeding, not breathing. Call
Great.
911.
Great. And she like tussles your hair. And then she heads out the door. You hear the engine roar to life, and she backs out of the driveway and is gone into the night. From just out of curiosity, Colt, what's on the pizza?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This is a kid stream. What can he get? What can a 10-year-old get? There's got to be the most disgusting pizza.
So a large
Anchovies were
two-topping
really
pizza,
big.
a large two-topping from Pizza Hut is going to run you about
Right.
$8.
Right.
Yeah.
Plus you need tip.
Yeah.
So that's the $2. So there it's anchovies and pineapple.
Love it. Gross.
Yeah.
It's salty and sweet, I guess, you know?
Salty and sweet.
Yeah, I
It's going to
guess.
be delicious.
Gross. I hate everything you said. So as you pick up the phone to make this call.
Oh, but
Oh, good.
you know what? It's fine. I'm going to break the Indian stereotype, and I'm going to say that we are not vegetarian. Because there are Indians that are not vegetarian, and therefore this
true.
is okay.
I mean, technically, fish is not vegetarian. If you're vegetarian, you can eat fish.
Don't start with me,
I think
Mike.
vegan is no fish or animal
Mhm.
products.
Either
way.
I should have.
There's a difference
You know,
between
Mike. You know what I should have.
pescatarian and vegetarian.
I should have given you an extra punch before you left for back. I feel like it's just one of those things you just need to.
Either
carry
way,
with
you can pick off the anchovies. It's fine.
Mm.
Um,
I'm gonna.
Colt ordered half of it is anchovies.
and the other half is just cheese. You get no toppings.
My life, okay? That has been my life for 25 fucking years, Mike.
You get nothing and
know.
enjoy it. We transition Matrix style through the wall-mounted phone over to the record track, where both Brandy and Mac have pulled up on their associated vehicles.
You just reminded me to rename myself in Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
You're good. Where Alara and Mac have pulled up on their associated vehicles. You see that your dad's car is idling in front of the record track, Mac.
I'll just take a peek in the driver's window. Is he in there?
He is not in there, but the car looks far cleaner than usual. Like all of the cups and things are not on the floor in the back seat. Whatever you've left miscellaneously around the back seat has been moved away also. It's as if he recently cleaned the car.
Okay. Mac takes notes and like looks like weird. And then I look at Alara and say, "Oh, looks like my dad's going somewhere, so that means that we can do whatever, probably."
Cool. I just need to call my house to let them know that I'm sleeping over. But yeah. I mean, I've got some money because like she's always got like a little because her mom is paranoid. She's like, we can order food or something.
Awesome. Yeah, I roped $5 out of my dad this morning. I thought I was going to need it for parts, but apparently I didn't. So we'll just see if we can get some pizza or something.
Nice.
Yeah. And is the light on inside the record track?
It is. The light is on inside the record track, and you can see that the two windows above the record track, the light is also on there.
Okay. I will go in the front door of the record track then.
Okay. You can hear the sound of music thumping through the floorboard, but no one is in the actual record track.
Okay. I'll just go to the counter and pull out the phone again, and I say, you can use this phone to call. If you need my dad to talk, I can go get him.
Oh no, it's fine. The less the better, I think, for this. I'll just call real quick and hope my aunt picks up and not my mom. We'll see. So yeah, Alara just like takes it and like dials her home number and then crosses her fingers while she's holding the dial just in case. That
Sure.
helps.
You the beep, 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 it connects, and you hear a very familiar voice on the line. It is your mother. Hello, Kara residence. Okay, residence. Sorry.
It's fine. Actually, you were right. It's Kaya.
Oh, okay, great.
Hi, Mom. I just wanted to let you know that I'll be sleeping over at a friend's house.
Which friend?
Her name is Mac. Her dad owns the record track.
Okay, and what grade is she in?
Mine.
And is her dad going to be there?
Yeah, but he'll be downstairs so that there's some privacy. But he's there.
Okay, and is he available to speak to? Is that who you've been with all day?
He just stepped out to get us dinner. We're probably gonna get pizza. He went to go pick it up because it's cheaper. But yeah, I was with Mac today, and then some of Mac's friends, and we helped babysit this guy Ojas. You might have seen him. He's on the hockey team. And we were helping because he had to babysit his little brother.
Oh, I know Ojas. He's in my class as well.
And she
so
knows everybody.
And so your aunt said you were out all day with friends. Are you not coming home at all?
Sorry, it cut out real quick. What did you say?
Are you not coming home at all?
No, I mean I can come home briefly if you want me to, but I'd have to bike all the way over just to come back.
Do you need a change of clothes?
Oh, no, it's okay. Mac and I are the same size, so I'll just borrow something and then come home in the morning.
Okay, well, once her father gets home, I'll need him to call me to verify that you're not making this all up. So you have, he just left. You have an hour. Have him call me within the hour, or I'm coming by the record track and taking you home. Simple as that. And if you're not at the record track when I come by in an hour, then, well, it's going to be a long summer.
Okay, no worries. Maybe we'll be able to grab him sooner.
Great.
maybe I can run out and grab him real quick. Actually.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, you have an hour. The clock's ticking. I will see you in either an hour or tomorrow.
Good night, Mom.
Good night. Click.
She like clicks it and like looks over at Mac and is like, "Hey, Mac, does your dad lie?" Like, well.
I hope not.
That's a good answer. Do you have any friends with deep voices?
No. Just
And Alara just goes like, I have a kind of strict mom. You've probably met her. Because she's our science teacher, or at least she's a lot of our science teachers is, Miss Kaya. Yeah. So we have about an hour to get your dad on the phone to say that you and I were hanging out all day and that he will be here while we're sleeping over.
I mean, we were hanging out for at least most of the day. It's not an entire lie.
It's more the sleepover and the attendance.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I can ask. My dad's pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds good. Maybe can you go grab him before she comes down here with a SWAT team? I'm only half joking about the
SWAT. That's intense. Okay. All right. Yeah, and I'll run upstairs.
So you run up the stairs, 2 or 3 at a time, and you open the door at the top of the stairs, and you are blasted in the face with both the band Foreigner and your dad crooning over the top of "I Wanna Know What Love Is. I want you to show me," as he is quickly moving around the house. You see that he has his best jeans on. They only have one hole right below his left ass pocket. And he has a button-down shirt on, which you didn't know he had those. So his hair is slicked back, and he also smells very nice as he is sort of moving around the house, grabbing things. You see him almost dance into a leather jacket as he sort of pulls it around him and slides both sleeves in. And then he sees you and stops dead, leans over, and hits the button on the stereo. "Hey, kid."
Hey, Dad.
"What, how long you been there?"
Long enough.
"Cool."
You know what? I won't ask questions. If you talk to my friend Alara's mom and tell her that you're going to be home tonight for our sleepover.
That is the strangest way to ask if you could have a sleepover, but since you've never asked before, sure. Yeah, I can there's some rules. Don't have a party.
I don't think that I could get enough people to come here to have a party, to be honest.
Great. Well, that's pretty much the only rule. So, yeah, don't have a party. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
Great. Perfect. I'm gonna wrap this up, and then I'll be right down there.
Okay.
Great.
And I will turn around, just completely red in the face, and go back downstairs.
Yeah. As soon as you close the door, you hear the music start back up, and immediately, like, "In my life," your dad through the door. When the music starts pumping through the floorboards, he walks down the stairs, and you can see that he now has nice boots on. They're like riding boots, like motorcycle boots. His nice jeans on, like I said, and that leather jacket. And his hair is sort of slicked back as much as he can. And he walks over to you and says, "Evening, Miss Alara," and like looks to you, Mac.
Alara, this is Alara.
Great. So you're having a sleepover.
Yes.
Mhm.
The rule is
No parties.
great.
No
And-
problem.
Your mom needs me to give her a phone call.
Yes. I told her you were going to go out and grab us dinner.
Great.
It's okay. I brought money. We can order something.
Okay.
But I told her that that's why you were heading out for a minute and
Sure.
that you'd be here the rest of the night. It's Miss Kaya. You might have met her at a parent teacher conference. She's just a little protective.
I don't know. The academic types, they all kind of blend together, if I'm being honest.
Right. It's okay. She's the science teacher at our school.
Oh. Okay. So not like something cool like band or anything. Okay. No, that's cool.
No.
I can, I'll give her a call. What's the, yeah, you know what? Here, just dial, do the pass off. We'll work this out.
Sure. Okay. And like I'll like dial the number. I take like a deep breath. Be like, okay, this is so cool. Is this what it's like to have a chill parent around the house again? I can no longer remember. And like it's only been 3 years, but my God, how that changes. And she dials it and she hands it over and goes, "Thank you, Mr. Mac's dad."
You know what? I'm actually kind of cool with that. He takes it, listens to the ringing. I'm not gonna role play with myself. That's always weird.
Damn it, Mike.
No.
Damn
I
it.
did it in the first
Do it.
episode. I did it in
Do
the
it.
first episode. Yeah. So your mom picks
Cat
up
demands it.
okay. Chat does demand it. So
Yes. Thank you,
your mom picks up. "Hello. Yeah, this is Bo from the record track. Yeah, your daughter here is Alara. She's gonna sleep here. You know her name. She's here. She's gonna sleep here. I was getting pizza for them. They're not gonna have any parties, and I will be here the whole time to make sure that they don't have any parties. He like looks down at the both of you, like almost for like confirmation. Was there anything else you needed? I was told that you wanted me to call you to tell you that. Um, there's like a
What does she say?
there's like a long. No, that is everything. Is there a number that I can reach you at just in case I need to call back? Yeah. No, it's 401 boop 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 boop. Okay, well, again, no parties. And she should be in bed by it's Saturday, bed by 9. And I will be do I need to pick her up in the morning? Or are you gonna bring her here? No. They both have their bikes. I think they'll just ride home. That's what kids do these days. Right? She doesn't have a car, right? Yeah, no. Bikes? Yeah, bikes. She'll bike home. She'll bike home in the morning after nutritious full breakfast with toast and orange juice and cake cereal. What?
Eggs.
Oh,
She's
and
just trying to
eggs.
help.
And eggs as well. Coolio. Anything else? No, that'll be it. And you're sure you're there the entire night? Yeah. No, I'll be there the entire night. It's gonna be a cool time. We got a lot of things, activities planned. There's music happening. It's a whole thing. There's games. It's gonna be a good casual time. Cool. All right. Well, we got a pizza just cooling off on the shelf over here, so I gotta go, ma'am. Okay. Have a good night. Click. She's intense.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Thanks.
Okay. Cool. Well, I have to go, and he tosses his keys and catches them. You bed by 9, I guess. That's weird. You don't have a party. Don't light anything on fire. That's another rule I just made up right now.
It's
No-
a good rule.
Yeah, right. I figured no candles
Yeah.
in case you're not gonna, whatever. And boys,
Not
Don't-
a problem.
don't have them over. Don't have them
Mhm.
in the house.
Ever.
They are really yucky anyways. So.
They
Good.
are.
Great. I couldn't agree more. Do not like. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll be home late-ish. You good?
Yeah. We'll get some pizza and we'll just hang out.
Great. He looks at you and does like a weird stutter hug. Like he's trying to decide if it's appropriate to hug you in front of a friend or if this is not if it's not cool for your dad to hug you. And
Mac
then
will hug him.
yeah, he goes to pat you, and then he's like, "Oh no, okay, cool." So he gives you a hug, and he says, "Okay, cool. Don't just be awesome, right? Coolest kid I know." And he pats you on the
Thanks, Dad.
back. I know you got this. And he gets up, opens the door, and he gives you one more finger gun, and then he leaves. You hear the old hatchback go to fire up, backfire, and down the road as you two are left
How did
alone.
that go, Mike? Thank
That's
you.
how old cars go down the road. Good
Can
times. So Alara and Mac, you are left alone after the most awkward exchange with your dad, or a regular exchange for you, Mac, I guess.
Alara thought it was really cool. Alara's just grinning at Magnus, your dad is so cool.
Yeah, he's the coolest person I know. I promised him I wouldn't ask questions about what he was doing. So I can't ask questions about what he was doing.
Blackmail. I know it well. Because it's the language between her and her aunt with her mom. It's you don't tell mom I did this. I don't tell mom you stole half her skirts and cut them up to make rock and roll outfits or whatever the hell the aunt does as a stay-at-home aunt. So yeah, Alara's just like, okay, cool. Do you want to order the pizza? And then I don't know. Well, I want to shower if that's cool with you to get the alien off of me. But then pizza and a movie?
Yeah, we got some movies upstairs. I'll just lock up here and I'll go ahead and lock up the front door of the record track and like shut everything down. And then we'll go through the back door to a little private staircase that goes up to the apartment above it.
Perfect. Yeah, you do so. They flip the sign over, turn the lights down, lock the door, good to go. And we cut the camera up to the inside of your apartment.
Inside is a pretty I say standard. It's a 2-bedroom apartment, not very not very big, not very boldly decorated in any way. It's mostly just like a dingy old couch and we've got some musical related paraphernalia everywhere, posters and tchotchkes that come with records and things that you can find at antique stores and thrift stores. It's pretty eclectic, but it's cozy. And it's not dirty. It's just run down a little bit.
Alara's like, go ahead.
Well, welcome. There's not a ton to do, but it's home. There's music.
I think this place looks totally rad. And she's like totally taken in by all the tchotchkes and everything that's like weird and unique. She's just like kind of like peering at it here and there as they like walk through it. She's like, this looks a lot like my dad's office used to look like. I really like it. Except, I mean, his stuff was like alien paraphernalia, but aliens, music, same.
Well, some people say that music is a universal language, because it can deliver so many emotions, sometimes without words, that, maybe aliens can understand it too.
That would be super cool. That would be really, really cool. And like she takes out like a little, like her little cherry red, like heart-shaped notebook thing out of like her little furry pink purse that she's got all of her stuff in. And she just like doodles that like note down for like a short story or something later. She's like, that is really smart. Okay. Universal language, music, aliens. Okay, cool. So is it cool if I borrow clothes from you then?
Yeah. My room's just this way, and Mac will take you into her room, which is decorated very similarly. It's very obvious that she takes her dad's tastes and kind of wears his, like, you can obviously tell that she wears his clothes because everything she owns and everything you've seen her in is like band t-shirts and very large flannels or sweatshirts that probably fit her dad pretty well. When you go into her room and she opens the closet door, it's very similar style. Think Grunge Kid. If you're looking through a Grunge Kid's closet, that's what you'll find there. There's not a ton of clothes, but she does have a few different options to choose from.
I don't know if everybody's seen the movie from the 2000s. If you haven't, you shouldn't, called New York Minute with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. But there's like a little beginning sequence where like Mary-Kate's character opens her closet and it's grunge and it's messy and it's just oversized band tees. And then Ashley's character opens it. It is the pinkest, most prim, organized stuff that is literally Alara and Max.
What a fucking reference. Wow.
I've seen that movie like 50 times. 10 out of 10 will watch until I die. But
Love that.
Yeah, that's the image I'm getting. So yeah, this bubbly pink, like just super put together. Typically, now she's a little dirtied up. She's had a bit of a day. Just like gestures to like as if she like to see if she can help herself to the
Yeah.
closet.
Whatever fits, whatever you like. It's all good. We have a washing machine, so I can always wash anything if you need.
Great, cool. So yeah, she just grabs like this like band tee that will easily hit her knees, and like it's got skulls and aliens and fire and magic something on it. It looks bizarre. She loves it. And a pair of, I guess, like probably oversized like flannel sweats or something, so like pajama pants. And it's just like, all right, if you know.
Yeah, the
I'll clean
bathroom's just in the hall on the left, and you can use whatever soap you like.
Cool.
There's new towels in the closet there too.
Perfect. Cool. And then she just fast forward is she's
Yeah.
just gonna go.
So you
shower.
head towards the bathroom, and we cut back to the Gervais residence. Colt, you hear a ding dong. It is the pizza man. The half cheese, half half cheese, half anchovy and pineapple pizza has arrived. It smells abhorrent. It is handed to you. The guy looks at you in his red uniform, puts his hand out for the money, takes everything, sort of gets back in his car, pops out of there. You have a fresh and disgusting pizza ready for your consumption. What are you doing? And Ojas, are you still being angsty in your room?
At this point, while Colt is getting his pizza, you see Ojas kind of just stop twirling his hockey stick.
Mhm.
And you just see him like there's this shift in his facial expression from dazed and grumpy to like focused and almost kind of just more angry. And it's like you see him like hop out of his bed, run out. And I feel like, as a young kid, we all kind of know when we fuck up. Like our parents tend to almost always put certain things that they don't want from us or like want us to grab in almost always the same exact spot because they think that we wouldn't know that's where it is. And so I want to search for my car keys.
I see what's happening here. Cool. Here's how we're going to play this. I'm going to have you make me a check here. We're going to make a dice roll. I'd like for you... I would like for you to give me a comprehend roll.
Comprehend.
To see if all the things you just said are in fact true about your mom.
Ooh.
Okay. So what's going to happen is you
By the way,
find...
quick question.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I know. So O just got a condition from last episode.
Yes.
Does that stay?
Yes. So conditions are removed by two things. One, spending enough time in your hideout. However, all the time in your hideout was under stress. Or two, spending time with your anchor, which in this case, unfortunately for you, is in fact your mom. So you have not been able to remove that condition. However, you are able to find your keys at a cost. So you find your keys, but it will be obvious that you have taken them.
That's fine.
Perfect. You have your keys. They are in the top drawer of the dresser. You had to rifle through it to find them. And there is no way you're ever going to put them back in the right position or the items in there in the right position. But you do have your keys.
All right, cool. I hop down the stairs 2 at a time, 3 at a time, and just start making my way. Is Colt still by the door, or has he already gotten the pizza and is inside?
Colt, you tell me.
Oh, he's got the pizza and he's inside in the kitchen.
Okay. Like you see, just like run all the way to the door, open it halfway, shut it, and turn to Colt. He goes, he kind of like grabs his keys, shakes it, he goes, grab the pizza. We're leaving.
okay. He just slams the pizza down, shoves the one piece in his mouth, sets the pizza back down, runs to the bedroom, grabs his backpack, puts it on, runs back into the kitchen, grabs the pizza, and is like right there at the door with you, ready to go. Where we going?
Usually I picture these scenes you guys describe as like a movie with actors, but every time Colt is in a scene, I picture it like a cartoon, and all I could see is little like 4'2" Colt holding a large 16-inch pie box with like the pizza hanging out of his mouth, looking in shock as O just jumps down and dangles his keys. Fully cartoon.
And he goes, "No questions. Let's go." And then, oh no! Actually, he goes, "Let's go grab some alien balls."
Jesus Christ!
Mm.
And I jump out. I'm like, "What? You coming?"
Yo, well, yeah.
All right, lock the door.
I don't have a key.
Lock it from the inside. You lock it out from the inside. It's fine. Yeah, the car keys have the keys to his house.
The deadbolt, man.
You can lock the handle.
I'm a teenager. What the fuck do I care?
So you only like the one.
Yeah,
the one that's
little
easily
tiny,
picked?
the doorknob nut one.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
And then and then he kind of just like they both hop into the car and he just revs out.
Where are you going?
I make my way to the record store.
Okay, great. Glad I didn't write notes. So you you barrel down the street, going far too fast for the residential Main Street, and you make your way to the record store. Serendipitously, Alara, you are out of the shower, dressed, etc. I assume food has been ordered, but you hear a... would you know where the actual like apartment back door is, Ojes? I would say no. So you hear a thumping coming from downstairs, Mac.
Oh gosh. Usually people don't knock on the door at the...
Oh, by the way, I'm not knocking. I just start honking my horn.
Great. You hear a loud horn honking outside.
I will look out my bedroom window, which overlooks the front of the store, and say, I think Otis is here.
Yep,
You
you
just
see
hear.
a bright red Mustang.
I just yell, "Get in, you losers!"
I mean, I guess she's hesitant purely and 100% only because she's hesitant to go outside looking like this.
For a second, Alara, you heard the honking of the horn, like the steams coming out of the bathroom. Your John Hughes dreams just flash before your eyes, and then you hear, "Get in, losers!" And you look down and they're just shattered like glass.
Yep. Also, just out of curiosity, it's not relevant, but I need to know, Mac, what's on our pizza?
Relevant. Very relevant.
They're always relevant. Your pizza toppings, always relevant.
Mac probably would have gone for like just pepperoni or something like sausage or something, just because she's nervous. And she forgot to ask what Alara would want before Alara got into the shower. So yeah, we probably have just like a pepperoni pizza coming.
I pictured a cheese pizza for the same reason, because cheese is on every pizza, so no one hates a cheese pizza.
Yep. Alara will simply pick off the pepperoni because her family does not eat pork.
Yeah.
She'll just pick them off, but she doesn't care. She's not picky. I was just hoping to see whether or not she'd have to like clock whether or not you're like a little crazy or not.
Like you have anchovies and
pineapple
anchovies and pineapple.
Something like that.
Yeah, so the honking continues until you
Oh my god.
leave the house.
I'll open the window and say, just stop honking. Give me a minute.
Taking too
Close it.
long.
I just, what are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
What? You don't want a little bit of adventure on a Saturday night?
Yeah, but like, why are we getting Mac? Where are we going?
You just see him look. Listen, what we saw today. I don't know what you saw. All I know is I saw something, and I want to get to the bottom of it. And from what I saw, I can't trust anybody but you. So we're going to get to the bottom of this. And we're going to go straight to the freaking source that's causing all this bullshit. I don't know where that is exactly, to be honest with you. I figured you would, but, I'm just the ride. And whatever ends up wanting to hurt us, I'll be the muscle.
There's someone's car alarms going off. It was just perfect.
Oh boy.
I mean, I think the loop was the one that was there that had the alien ball at the football game. We
That's
can't
one.
get into the loop.
Maybe we can hit the next best thing. Remember that van, the one with the Boston? What was it again?
Yeah, this one, and he like flips through his back.
New England Positronics.
New England, but all the same thing. They're all tiny little East Coast. Same. They're all the same. 13 original colonies. Sorry.
Okay. I play your mom, just so you know.
You can't let it. All right, Mike. We can play that game. We're gonna play chicken. But yeah, he goes, that car with that company's name was also there yesterday. And I think I know where Dad is. And he points it at the name. Oh wait, you pulled out something, right? With that name. Yeah, so he points it at that name.
You know where your dad is?
First off, our dad. And maybe, at least I feel like that's where we can get some answers.
Okay. Well, I'm in. Whatever you need, I'll just.
Cool.
We're brothers. I'm gonna be here for you.
And he just like puts out his hand, and I feel like they have certain handshake, like the cool, very complex, unnecessarily complex handshake that takes like 20 moves to complete. And now I just said that, I feel like, no, you and I, we probably need to come up with one and just try.
Yeah, I feel like the next time that we hang out, we'll have a hand.
And then
Make sure you film it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then we're just waiting at this point.
Yeah, so as this move is happening, Mac and Alara, are you getting ready to go downstairs? What is your plan?
Well, I steal jeans because it's bad enough that I am fully against my aesthetic. My hair is curled again, and everything is just very different from usual. I mean, Jennifer would have a field day if she saw Alara right now. So that's at least a small comfort a little bit somehow. But like, yeah, she's stealing jeans. She's not going down there in pajama pants and socks.
Perfect.
So,
If Slash were 5'4" and didn't have a top hat on, that's you right now.
yeah.
So the two of you make your way downstairs, and you see the tail end of the super secret handshake happen. And that's how it goes. You see the super secret handshake end, and you see the Schrader brothers are waiting for you to get in the car for some clandestine adventure.
What's up, crybaby?
What are you talking to?
You.
Oh, just-
Oh.
You're the only
cried.
And then I was just like,
Get roasted.
puffball. Get in.
Ooh. Good one. She like gets in the back. She brought their pizza, by the way, because she's not gonna let it get cold. So yeah, she has carries the pizza.
Perfect.
I swear to God, our parents are not original.
Who doesn't
Listen,
like pizza?
what else delivers? Pizza.
Also-
Oh,
it's
okay.
80s.
1985.
Yeah.
1985.
Pizza.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Oh, I would.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have
I
starved.
feel like it's Chinese takeout. Maybe, I don't know.
No, it's
If
takeout.
you're not in a
takeout, not
small
delivery.
town, though, you have to be careful because I mean, you have to have a place that actually has Chinese people for me
There-
to take out.
ooh.
That tastes good in 1980 something. So
That's true. That's true. So you all pile into the car. I assume the ladies are in the back seat because I assume Colt would have called shotgun immediately. That's the coolest way to ride. So there's a large pizza in the front. There's a large pizza in the back. The whole car smells of grease and cheese. What are you guys doing?
I explain as we drive.
Okay.
Like, as soon as I see them pop in, I'm like, all right, time to go. And
Where are we going?
we need to get some answers. I can't get it off my brain. I feel like each one of us probably can benefit from figuring this shit out. And so we're going to do just that. And I don't think any of our parents or any other adults that I know of are going to be very helpful about this. So yeah, we're going to get your girlfriend back. We're going to figure out some of my own personal problems. I don't know if Colt, you haven't talked to me about what you saw, and I'm not going to pry because that's your own personal thing. I'm here if you need it, but I feel you have some answers, and Mac, you're cool. So you're just joining for the ride.
moral support.
Mac's face kind of lights up when you say you're cool. She's like, what?
As soon as he sees like okay, part of rule one of being cool, be cool, like chill, just chill, relax.
Oh, right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay.
Alara leans
Yeah.
over to Mac and goes, "Don't listen to him. He has no idea what he's talking about."
Listen up, Red. All right. Like if you know any better,
I mean, I'm one of the
I'm
most
not the one
popular
walking
kids in
around in a
school.
monotone color. I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, she
Her
is
name's
currently
Cherry.
dressed. She's
She
currently
doesn't have a nickname.
Yeah, but everything she's wearing right now is black and grungy because she's wearing Mac's dad's clothes.
Oh yeah, that's right. He goes, "Huh, that's an improvement.
As soon as he turns back around, she in the back. I don't know if you see it in the mirror or not, but she did it.
Rule number one of being cool: be cool.
Leave it on
I
a
mean,
t-shirt.
you're not wrong, I guess. like,
The fuck does he know? He's like,
I feel like
15.
that's part of like the church of the dude. Like that's such a thing that the dude would say, right?
oh
Number one rule
man,
about being cool. Just be cool, man. Be
I missed my rug, man. It really pulled the room together. Oh crap. Okay. So since you've you stole the train and taken it off the rails, KP, where are you going? Where are you driving to? Because none of you have a plan.
I feel like, I mean, I feel like the Loop and this company that we know of, Massachusetts, whatever.
Was it Boston Positronics?
New England
England.
Positronics. Jesus.
We're just gonna say now that's the running bit. Is just a different, like the Connecticut Positronics.
And that was genuinely, I was so convinced. I was like, no, I paid attention. I know what it's called.
Fired. How do you fire a cast? Let me Google it.
You have to pay them first.
You can get paid for 4 episodes. It's fine. 4.5. Show canceled.
Yo, G, we need a clip of that. Thanks.
Putting that at the front of my stream reel so people know what I'm about.
So you think that the loop and New England positronics are somehow tied together, and you would like to go where?
I mean, I'm just saying it's like one of those things in a small town. Anything that is gossip worthy is not really much of a secret. I mean, sure, whatever the fuck is going on in there might be, but like, like, oh, I wonder what's going on. It's like it becomes like an urban legend almost sort of a thing. So everybody kind of knows where things are. They just don't know what's happening there. So I feel like we would know, at least in general, where the big massive research facility is, and also probably this I don't know, what was it again, Mike?
New England positronics.
That is going to be at.
Cool.
So he makes his way over there.
I would like you to roll me a comprehend. In fact, I would like everyone to roll me a comprehend at Ojas's discussion here about where you guys might be going.
Come
I mean,
on, baby.
Colt knows exactly where one of the security gates are.
You sure do.
Or the loop. He hangs out there.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this, Mike. Sorry, I wanted to say it and then I got into like the gist of it. Either on my own, I feel like we would have some sort of like a tool shed at home, or maybe not at an apartment. I feel like maybe that might, but being, her dad is so cool. I feel like one of us amongst us has things of use, like gardening tools such as bolt cutters. I don't know.
On them?
Well, not like at home. And I feel like as part of prep work, I would like, I don't know, duct tape. Why do I sound like I'm a freaking kidnapper?
Right, it sounds like we're about to go steal somebody.
Yeah, so I mean, the average person does not usually own bolt cutters. However, I will, for whatever reason, allow anyone to spend a luck point to have whatever item they desire, should they have any luck. Those of you who are 15 do not have any. If you do not have luck and would like an item, I will allow you to take a condition and have the item instead.
Jeez. I'm just throwing it out there. I have other plan, but it's up to you guys if you want to use your luck point.
Yes. It is established that you own a Mustang as a teenager, Rich, so your mom hires a handyman. There's probably, the New England term for it is the shit drawer, somewhere in the kitchen. It's just the drawer full of things that don't have a place, like a hammer, one flathead screwdriver, those
Hammer's
things.
Good. Screwdriver's good. I'll take, can I take some basic handyman equipment that most households would have in them?
Yes, what condition would you like to take?
Fuck. What conditions? I already have one, man.
You sure do, buddy.
God damn it.
Don't forget, you didn't really prepare. You just kind of like took the keys and said, "Let's go."
That's true. Never mind then. Yeah. Okay. Retcon all of that conversation.
So retcon the retcon. Got it.
Yes.
Colt, you understand what's happening here. Colt, you know where a gate is, not even in question. You also know you've never once, ever, in your 10 years of life, heard of a business called New England Positronics in the town of Glenbrook or in the surrounding area. So where that location is, you have no idea. As far as you understand it, that place doesn't exist.
Great, I got an idea. And Colt just yells, "Stop!"
You just see like a big, like he just steps hard on his brake, just like the Mustang just screeches to a halt.
All the pieces simultaneously slide forward in the box and sort of get jammed up on one end.
Fun.
I got an idea. Hang on one minute, and he like puts the pizza up on the dash and gets out of the car, and there's a payphone right where they stopped. Right,
sure.
That's the whole point of why Colt would be yelling stop, and he goes to the payphone, pulls out the phone book and starts flipping through looking for New England Positronics.
Under the letters N, E, or P, there is no place called New England Positronics.
I knew it. I knew it. And Colt just comes on back and gets back in the car, and he puts he's like lost in thought for a minute and just kind of puts the buckle back on and just, it's the government.
Huh?
It's the government. There's the sorry, Mike.
That was good. That was good. The
Thank you.
redneck voice added just to another level.
It's that government.
I can see the tinfoil hat.
His head's actually just becoming tinfoil as it goes.
Oh no!
Love this.
Look,
this
look,
plot.
look, I didn't find them in the phone book or nothing, and I've never heard of them. In all my 10 years of life, I ain't never heard of New England Positronics. I don't know who they are or what they're doing, but they're not in the phone book, and everybody's in the phone
They
book.
were there. They were there. They
Well, they were there,
mean,
and they had all these things with all the machinery, right?
Yeah. Unless they're just a
They're the
branch of the loop.
government.
Or
I think that maybe the loop. I mean, we know that all this weird stuff came from the loop. So maybe that's like one of their, like, maybe it's one of their, I don't know if I can use this reference because I know the movie Men in Black doesn't come out full forever, but sorry, I don't know. Wait, I can swear on this. No, the fucking lore of like the Men in Black has existed for longer. So not referencing the movie, referencing specifically sci-fi stories and the lore. But
Yeah,
like,
there's plenty of sci-fi stories with like mind
it's
erasure.
the Men in Black. It's the Men in Black. It's, oh God, the loop. They were right. This is alien stuff. Then they have a fake van with it. Well, I mean, it's a real van, but with the fake thing on the side, it's maybe the loop is the government.
Yeah, I mean, probably. I mean, they always do these weird shit, and that's where, like, you know, the X-Files was the X-Files a thing by this point? No. Fuck.
Your
The
option.
CIA is a big thing, though.
Yeah.
In the 80s, like a
Mhm.
lot of conspiracies with the CIA.
Technically, they were mostly true.
Outer Limits and Twilight Zone for you, Ojas. Sorry, Alara and Colt. You are the nerds of the group. Colt, you 100% know the loop is the government. The loop is just like the colloquial name for the building. Alara, like, it's in the realm of things you might know if you cared to know it. The loop facility is called the DART. It's called the Department of Research and Technology.
Okay.
So you guys would both know they are the government. Just
Okay.
what branch they are, they just seem like science nerds, not spooky CIA capture aliens, steal kids nerds.
They're only a hop, skip, and a jump away from each other. She's read a lot of books and comics. I wonder, is there something I could roll to check to see if my dad would have told me anything about that? Because he was all over that stuff.
There is. You could roll me. Let's see here. Let's see. You can roll me. You can roll me a number of things. Let's see here. I would take. Man, you have so many good rolls for this. What kind of information do you want? And I'll tell you what to roll.
Oh, okay. So like he would have told her a lot of stories like that are ones that are like quote unquote clearly fictional, and then like I'm sure he would have shared like kind of framed it as like a story, but also just like be aware of like this stuff is real type stuff. So she whatever he might have heard or things that like other people might have written off as like urban legends or something, like he would have shared that stuff with her as well. And since they live there and they've lived there for quite a while, since she was like 5, so they've lived there for like 10 years now, pretty much.
Okay.
So if there's any stories that he would have heard from his network of what she understands to be sci-fi nerds.
Yeah, you can roll me an empathize and
Mhm.
use your iconic item. So when it tells you to give you a +2, or when it asks you for a bonus, just put a 2 in there. Straight up 2.
3 successes.
3 successes. Hot damn. Okay, cool. So empathize. You get to ask additional questions of this. You get to ask 2 questions for a success, and an additional question for each success. I'm going to eat up one of those questions for you right now and just give you a bit of lore. Whatever it is that's going on, you have a little book on you, a book from your dad, full of all kinds of fun stories and notes that he's jotted down. And whatever it is, maybe it's the excitement of the moment, the panic, the whatever it is, you flip through that, looking for answers, hoping for the best. You stumble across something that jars what Ojas was just saying. You see an entry in the sci-fi section of this book about Isaac Asimov. And in the entry, you see positronic brain. This is AI. This is AI before we were calling it AI. So a positronic brain is essentially a human thinking brain in a robot that, if according to Isaac Asimov, follows the 3 laws of robotics. However, that can or cannot be tampered with. So your dad has the word positronics in his notebook talking about brains. You saw a van that said New England Positronics on it, and somebody got their brain scrambled. Whether those are the same thing or in common, who knows? Not me.
And then I get 2 more questions, right?
You get 3 more questions.
3 more questions. Oh boy. It's one of those moments where, like, man, I should have made the character I play stupider. It's easier. Let's see. Is there anything in the book that would anything about like parallel dimensions, like that are like technology connected specifically, just in case? Alienish stuff.
Yeah, you see, because you're still in that sci-fi section, right? You see that there are what the hell is it called? I forget what it's called. But you see a graph drawn, and it looks like 2 circles, and that sort of bends in the middle like a wormhole. And you see like the ideas around there. This doesn't seem like this side of the book seems like your dad was jotting down ideas for potentially another sci-fi story that he was working on, but never completed. This one says like it has like arrows like time, matter, space, reality, all pointing towards one hole. And then you see a bunch of arrows coming out of the other hole with question marks on them, like what happens when we go through this kind of thing. There is a few notes scratched in there about like multiple universes, like, and he has multi-world theory circled a few times. It doesn't go into detail about what the multi-world theory is, but he does have it in there and circled.
Let's see. Are there any notes in the book that specifically reference either the loop or something euphemistically closely named to the loop?
Interesting. You rolled a lot of successes here. You flip through the book, hoping against hope for anything. Perhaps it is because you're in such a frantic state that you're kind of looking through this thing. Plus, you know, your girlfriend's missing. But you notice something at the back of the book, that the back cover is slightly thicker than the front cover. You've never noticed it before because you've never really searched the book. You've just read it for stories. You can see that there is a like a piece of paper taped over, not like taped over, but glued. Like, you know how there's like the first page is glued to the front cover. You see that, but it doesn't match the front of the book. It is different.
Okay. Yeah. Because like I know it's back when, you know, you didn't get fake nails put on you because we didn't have that looking nice, but her nails are very long and like nicely filed. And she uses like the corner to try and like up the glue to see what's underneath this.
Yeah. The glue pulls up, and you see that underneath the piece of paper is a very, 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 very thin piece of cardstock. And as you kind of move the piece of cardstock, there's nothing on it. There is a hole in the book, like in the back cover. The cardstock was sort of covering it to make it look like it was flat. And in the hole, it is about 1.5 inches in diameter. It is about the size of a $50. It is a gold coin. On one side, there is a skull on it.
It's a doubloon.
Yeah, she like very gingerly like picks it up and is just like inspecting it. So like one side has a skull. What does the other side have?
So as you flip it over, the other side also has a skull.
Oh my god.
It is. Sorry, you're right. It is not like a human. It's just like a skull. It is like an open mouth, like roaring skull. So you're looking at like the eyes, the nose hole, and like this open mouth.
Okay.
So cool. I've never seen a book that actually does that before.
Boy, I wish I could ask him questions. So you guys, so like she starts to fill them in. Just like the brief context of like, so my dad was really into this kind of stuff. And he researched it, kind of my whole life. And he wrote me this book. And it's got a lot of his notes in it too. And she explains because she was like, well, the positronic sounded really familiar to me. So I looked it up here, and she explains the positonic brain, like concept from Isaac Asimov. And then she doesn't really touch on the like multiverse thing, because that was more for her own personal confirmation. And frankly, if everybody doesn't realize there's something else, and I don't think her explaining it on a graph's going to make more sense than them actually living it. And then she says that she found this like coin and asks if anybody recognizes the symbol.
Before anyone is able to respond, you have one more question to ask.
Oh, that's right. I can't count.
If you don't have a question, I have an answer for you.
Okay, hit me with the answer. I take it. Hit me, dealer.
As you pull the coin out and you're starting to examine and go through your spiel, you sort of glance back down.
Fuck.
You all right?
Sorry. You couldn't hear it, but you started talking, and then my Google Home started to yell at me, and I had the volume at like really high, and it scared the absolute living fuck out of me because we were just talking about AI.
Oh,
and
love
I had
that.
half a fucking heart attack. I'm sorry. What
10
were
out
you
of
saying?
10. You look down at the book as you're explaining what it is, and you see that in the hole where the coin was, there's a word written in there.
Okay.
The word is label.
Oh boy. Interesting. Do I recognize that?
You do not.
I'm going to ask in the group. I'm like, okay. Does anybody know a label by chance?
Do any of us know?
You do not.
Or the coin?
Okay.
You do not.
Okay. Well, I guess everybody burn this into your brains. And she like licks at like the paper and like sticks it back down, but she takes the coin and it's just like safekeeping. She still has her purse.
Mm-hmm.
So she like opens it and she puts it in her wallet, and like the thing where in the slot of the picture slot that those thick 80s wallets have, where she has a picture of her parents and her aunt, and she sticks the coin in the slot and puts it back in her little purse. For reference, the purse is about like yay big and completely fluffy.
Love that for you.
Thank you.
Cool. So
It's
you
a great
have
look
that.
with the current fit.
I mean, it's very now. Back then, it's probably a bit confused, but it's very now.
It all comes back,
Fine.
So with that information, this strange coin in hand or purse, what are you guys doing? Oh, just you still have control of the car and the plot train at this point. Where are you guys driving to?
Surprise, bitches! No, I'm kidding. And out of all of this, we have still not figured out the exact location of Boston Dynamics, right? Or
Boston Dynamics. Wow,
New
that wasn't even close.
New England positronics.
whatever.
I
Boston
was
Dynamics is
waiting
a
for
real
someone
thing.
to say Boston Dynamics.
I couldn't help it. I'm not smart.
Jesus.
Boy.
As far as you know, and as far as Colt has said, and as far as the phone book has said, it doesn't exist. You know
And
where the
just
loop
like-
is.
And just like any kid without really a plan trying to battle the government, I don't fucking know anymore.
Are there a lot of kids trying to battle the government?
I mean, it's the
Um,
80s and it's fictional, so you probably throw a rock, you hit a rebellious teen with main
Yeah.
character syndrome.
That's fair. That's fair.
And you just hear him just go, fuck it. And then just starts driving. And we drive to the loop. Or the
Okay.
building, the main building of the loop.
Okay.
But
So-
more so towards I kind of go near and if we're approaching it, I would like to go what seems like kind of like scout it out and seem like a spot that is a little more off the beaten path. If you know
Okay.
what I mean?
Here's what I'll say. You all know there are 2 gates right near Glenbrook. One is like just outside of town, and one is a few miles outside of town. You know them as Alpha Gate and Bravo Gate. Colt, you know that there are 6 gates entirely around the loop, going from Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, and Foxtrot. You also know, Colt, that the main reactor of this place is in the dead center. The loop is around it. Once you get inside the gates, there are service areas where you go into a building and go down into the actual loop. The facility itself is underground. There are very few above ground buildings, usually like administration, things like that. Colt, you know more because you are friends with, strangely enough, a security guard. Alpha Gate is the closest gate. Bravo Gate for you, you can get to all the gates on roads. It's just a matter of can you get into them.
Mm-hmm.
So which gate would you like to go to? And what are you looking for?
I wanna give this moment to Colt, maybe. I feel
Yeah.
like because he knows the security guard in the loop or at the loop, perhaps he would know which would be the best or the most easier locations to use.
None of them. Oh,
Yeah.
just there's
That was KP. That was not Urges.
he's still driving out this way. Just we're like I know you want to figure this out and find but like nobody gets into the loop if they don't work in the loop. We don't work in the loop,
Our mom does.
but we don't. They don't let us in. I hang out here with Aggie on the weekends, and she can get her in real big trouble if they ever found out.
Well, and you see him like slump for a second, like all of his energy that he had until this moment, which was very impromptu, very much like, we're going to get this done. Yeah, but never really planned out. And now he kind of sees his plan falling apart, like the thread got pulled. And he goes, okay, I'm not the smart one here, okay? I don't know. I don't have any answers for you. I don't know. I don't have a plan. I just, all I can do is drive. I don't want to be in the house. I don't want to be in that bed. I don't want to look at that hockey stick and wonder what the fuck is going on. And I don't want to keep thinking about what I saw when I touched that stupid freaking whatever. And
What?
you're
What
the
did
only
you
people
see?
that I realized my mom was lying to me. And I don't know who else I can talk to or turn to or even figure out. I don't even know if she really was. And that stupid thing was just showing me something that I wanted to see. Okay. And the only place that I can possibly think that might have answers is this freaking building. And I don't know where else to go.
Alara reaches forward and it like genuinely like squeeze on the shoulder and goes, well, admittedly, the gates are kind of like the front door, not really the best place to sneak in, but gates mean fence. You can scale a fence. I mean, we're just kids. What are they going to do if they catch us? We can just pretend we were doing dares or something stupid. Or we don't get caught.
I like not getting caught.
Mhm.
I mean,
We'll make it a
that's-
priority.
That's normally the plan.
But she like gives like just like a little encouraging smile to like help him get the momentum back. Don't expect too much of it. This is not staying. And like, and she's just like, so, if you park, kind of hidden a little further away, we can. I mean, Colt, what do you know about like the guard situation? Can you like remember anything about like where they patrol or something? Like where's a good spot people don't pay attention to?
I only ever go to gate A,
Mm-hmm.
and they let me sit in there, and I watch all the people come in and out with their cars. I don't know where the cars go. I'm assuming there's a lot or something, but there's security cameras. This place, it's like is Fort Knox a really known thing?
Yeah.
Would Fort Knox be
Yeah.
a good reference?
Yep.
Okay. It's kind of like Fort Knox, and I mean, it'd be cool if we can get inside. I'd love to see what's in there, but this is the government. They don't let anybody in here.
Do you think maybe you could distract your security guard friend?
I'm not worried about the gate security guard. I'm worried about the ones inside.
This was stupid. What was I thinking? I just listen, and I like you see him like turn around and look at Alara and Mac. It goes, I'm sorry I dragged you guys into this, but you can bail anytime. All right, no one's expecting anything. But if you're in, I think the best we can do is just take it one step at a time. I know your friend could get in trouble, Colt, and I don't want them to get in trouble, but maybe they might be able to give us some information about the place. Otherwise, we can hop the fence and just go in blind and hope for the best. Either way, I mean, I can't. Is there any other? And at this point, Mike, this is me asking you, Mike. Would there be any other potential locations, like a branch of this research facility or anything, or is it all central in this one spot?
As far as you're aware, it is all central.
So he goes, whatever it is, they're very adamant on getting it. And you all saw the crazy tech that they had and how advanced I mean, who knows if it's actually an alien or just them being super smart. But either way, we're just a bunch of kids trying to go in there. But I just know that I won't be able to stop myself. I need some sort of answers or confirmation or something. And I'm just gonna go wild just sitting in my room. So I want to go all the way to the loop. And then after that, we can figure out what we want to do. That's all I can offer.
Yeah. Alara like shakes her head and is like, you didn't drag us into anything. I dragged you into this with my girlfriend. So I'm in. I'm all in. And like, I'm sorry that I dragged you into this and you touched the orb and you saw, whatever you saw.
I saw my dad leave. And all my life, I was told that he left, but he's still with us in the sense that he went to back home or back to our homeland, and he just couldn't come back, but he wanted to. But it looked like he left us on purpose. And I want to know why. And he was with them. And then he points at the flyer with the New England stuff, Positronics. There it is. Connecticut Connections.
That's definitely a telecommunications company. So yeah, like Alara like nods and then like nudges Mac and is like, "We're in, right?"
Yeah, I just can't light any fires.
We'll try to make it not come to that.
Yeah. I didn't think that was gonna be an issue, but I just thought I'd like put it out there just in case.
It could be.
Yeah.
Like that technically Mac hasn't broken a rule.
I have not broken a
no-
single
Not
rule.
come inside.
No parties,
There are
no
no
boys
parties.
inside, and don't light anything on fire.
You're a good kid.
Technically correct is the best kind of correct.
Meanwhile, if Alara's mom had even 2% of an inkling of how Alara's evening was going, she would lock Alara into an actual tower and never let her out.
Oh, your mom can sense it. You know she can.
God, that immigrant mom, spidey sense.
You
She
know
feels
she's
you're fucking up.
she's probably calling right now.
Yeah.
Don't say that. Don't give Mike inspiration.
Like he wasn't thinking that.
I do have a corruption bar.
Stop it. All right.
And so with that, I think like after that confirmation, you just see just kind of like, before he was kind of slumped down, he just seemed kind of like square up, take a huge sigh, and just goes, "All right, your funeral," and then just like puts it in drive and just books it again and just starts taking off.
About that, what do you think they'll do if they do catch us trying to get in?
Just play really stupid. It works for me all the time.
Worst thing that'll happen is they'll send us to another dimension or something. It's all good. I mean, swat
I
our
think
hands
that
and
might
tell
have
us
been
we're
one
bad.
of the. I think that might have been one of the rules my dad forgot.
Oh well, that's all.
Don't get arrested by the government.
We'll get sent to another dimension.
Yeah.
The dimension thing.
Rules your
Stay
dad
in
never
this
thought he'd
dimension.
have to instill. Okay, so Ojas, where are you going? You say you
It's-
rocket off. Are you headed to Alpha Gate?
That's the nearest one.
That is the nearest one.
Yes.
Okay. Now, just so I'm clear, are you trying to get through the gate? Are you trying to storm the gate? Or are you trying
my
to
God.
park somewhere and climb the fence?
Park somewhere and climb the fence.
Okay.
What
Jesus,
nonsense are
Mike.
you suggesting?
I'm just saying, you floored it in a Mustang. You might be breaking through
I'm flooring it to
a
get
gate. I don't know what you're
near.
doing, man. You're children, you know? I've seen movies. Okay, fan-freaking-tastic. I
You said that as if
need...
though you've never been a child. I've seen movies on how to be a kid.
It's not that he was never a child. It's that Mike is secretly an alien.
I am secretly alien. I've seen movies about
Yeah.
children. I know how they behave. This is a plot about me and my creation. You get towards Alpha Gate. Very easy to find, well-known, the most well-known spot. I would like for you to roll me a sneak, Ojas.
Ooh.
So you can park the Mustang off the beaten path in a way that can't be seen, and make your way to a fence.
I have nothing in this. I've not been rolling well tonight, y'all. So let's. Oh,
One success.
Oh,
That's
oh,
all
oh.
you need.
thank you, dice gods.
Fantastic. So yeah, you identify where Alpha Gate is. Colt helps with that. You pull into a turnoff. You kind of, a little bit unwillingly, sort of drive the Mustang off the road and into like a little wooded area. And you kind of like move stuff around it to disguise a bright red Mustang. The four of you collectively make it to the gate outside, or sorry, to the fence outside of Alpha Gate. Colt, you could have said this before, but perhaps the excitement took it out of your brain for a second. There is a fence. You can climb it. However, as with all military installations or government installations, there is razor wire all along the top of it. So you'll need to find a way to either get through the fence or carefully over the fence. Halara, you were incredibly too casual for that statement. You said, fuck it.
No, it's just because IRL, I know how to do that. That's all.
Yes.
My mom used to break into military bases to do trail rides because they looked nicer than actual trails.
Oh. I'm like, goddamn.
Love that.
Constantly.
Love that.
Okay.
So you are there. The four of you are standing outside of the razor wire fence.
Shit.
I don't think
Who
I
has
can climb that.
Anybody have a jacket?
I feel like
did we
all
bring them?
probably, considering it's New England, and from what
it's
I
summer.
know,
It's summer.
it's
It's
in-
June.
how is okay?
Yeah.
I mean, varsity jacket. Don't trucks always have a varsity
listen,
jacket
man,
on?
The
Those are thick.
rule of fashion is the more uncomfortable you are, the more fashionable you are.
I mean, I know.
Yeah, and therefore, I feel like Alara and Otis have. Well, shit, Alara's not wearing.
Lara's not wearing her own clothes, but she is wearing well, no, it's a banshee tee. I didn't take like a plaid shirt or whatever. But yeah, the varsity jacket
Yeah.
should be fine as long as
Yeah.
it stays up there.
So yeah, I
Mac
have.
probably also has a flannel on.
Perfect. So yeah, Lara's like, well, if you take your atrocity and your flannel, then
Excuse me. This. What?
I'm sorry, I don't speak crybaby. Anyway, if you throw that over the edge of the fence and then you put your flannel on top of that, it should be enough of a buffer for us to be able to just, as long as you don't rest on it too much, we should be able to get through without, cutting ourselves to shreds. Plus, all of us are wearing jeans, I assume, and like they're old jeans, so they're stiff and thick, which is great protection. Those are
We were
horrible
describing
jeans.
her clothing like armor, like some sort of
Have
leather
you
armor.
how long has it been since you wore stiff denim jeans? It feels like
yes.
armor.
I feel
They,
yeah,
they do
yes.
not.
I'm not
make
taking my pants
things
off
like
though.
that anymore.
No, I mean like
No,
when we
but this is
climb
the
over
80s.
it- When we climb over it, it'll help.
Wait, were those like big?
It's
you-
devolving. You mean
know
Jenko
those-
jeans?
Yeah, was that
Those in the
80s?
That's
90s?
that's the
90s.
90s.
90s. Okay, I
Thank
don't know.
God.
I can't.
Old jeans were tight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 80s was all about butts and bulges. You'll figure it out. So you
Beautiful.
throw the Letterman jacket over the razor wire. Is that what I'm understanding here?
Yeah. You hear him whimper a little bit when he sees it catch on.
It's fine. It's just the lining. I'll fix it for you if you really want to cry about it so much.
Fantastic. No roll necessary. You sacrifice Letterman's jacket, throw it over razor wire. I don't know if you've ever seen razor wire. It's not barbed wire, guys. It is razor blades. So you throw it over there. It gets caught in there very quickly. However, you are all able to scramble over the top. Not a one of you getting cut or scratched. As you make your way
Thanks,
over
Mom.
the gate into the loop facility. And before we wrap tonight's session, I do have a corruption bar. So as you guys abscond into the forest that is inside the Loops facility towards a building you hope to be in the center, we see one little, 2-foot stalk sticking out of the ground, blinking red. And we see that it looks up at the jacket and zzz, 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 on a computer screen zooms in several times because we all know that there's no way that a rich, as KP has put it, brown mom is not going to lose that jacket. You see zzz, 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 Trivedi written on the inside name tag, or written on the inside tag of that jacket. And that is where we end this session of Glenbrook.
I'm sorry. What?
You
You're
have
gonna
to
get
buy.
your mom called.
Here's what happens. You have to buy a Letterman jacket when you earn one, and they're not cheap. So they all look the same. So your mom's not going to have you lose one. So your name gets written in the back of that bad boy. Bum, bum, bum.
Probably sewn into the line.
It's
Yeah.
definitely embroidered.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that is where we end tonight's episode, where we leave KP holding the bag for next week. Hope nothing bad happens in the meantime. Let's go around, do our introductions, get the hell out of here, do our sweet ass after show. And if you guys want access to the after show, check that link down below for the Patreon. It'll be up there probably tomorrow. It is a peek behind the curtain of what we all think about the show and what we want to see going forward. So that being said, let's jump over to let's start with KP. KP, who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
Hello, everybody. My name is KP, and I go by KP11 Studios on all your social medias, primarily on Twitter and Instagram. I am a cosplay / portrait photographer, TTRPG player, writer now, and an aspiring voice actor, and so many other things that I try to be, and hopefully one day will be. Which, hey, come join me on that journey, and we'll see. But until then, if you want to catch my stuff, do check me out on Twitter. Go ahead and give me a follow over there. I make sure to update all my things on that. I get to play wonderful games with wonderful folks like these fine ones right here on this table every Tuesday, as well as every Thursdays. I get to play on the same channel on another show where we're out in space, where other shenanigans similarly disturbing and annoying happen. So do check us out there. Yeah, outside of that, currently nothing else. I do have a couple fun games coming up, one-shots and charity games that will be happening over the next couple of weeks, which haven't been announced yet, but do look forward to that. And that's it.
Perfect.
From me.
Hell yeah. We'll jump over to Aris. Who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
Hello, I'm Eris Savad. Pronouns are she, her. I make things like jewelry and TTRPG hobby accessories. You can find the things that I make at erisavad.com. Yeah, find me here Tuesdays and Thursdays at the same time, same place. You can find me hanging out with Gnome Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings at about 9 a.m. Eastern time. We're waking the fuck up and having some coffee or whatever the heck else you want to drink that morning. And yeah, you can also see our new kitten. He's a handful.
And as always, while supplies last, get yourself an ass hat from erisabot.com.
Or you can get yourself a kitten hat. Hold on. I can turn this one around. See, it has cat on it.
But we know the right one to get. Brandy, who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
Hi, I'm Brandy Rose. I'm at the Brandy Rose on Twitter and at Brandy Rose Official on Instagram, where I swear to God, I try to be more active, but Instagram is just big mystery to me. But I am a talk show host and producer. I have several shows running, including Eat Crit and Cringe Warning, which are both currently also in pre-production for their respective season 2 and season 3s right now. I'm also producing a show called Fuck Around and Find Out with Roll App, which I'm super excited to say starts filming first week of January. I filmed the pilot this week. I'm really excited. So make sure you support that. All of the info for that will be on my Twitter. But also, very importantly, I'm also a game designer. Without that title, it'd be really weird that I'm doing a talk show about game design. But I'm a game designer, and I released a new game last night, half delirious and extremely tired. But Forever 41's Holiday Edition is now out on cutestpatoot.itch.io. I'm super proud of it. It took me a long time. It is a Christmas/holiday themed hack on my retail vampire horror comedy TTRPG Forever 41. So if you've ever worked retail or had rage at the general public, this game is for you. It's also really easy because it's just one GM, one player. And I was so kind as to create full streaming kits for anybody that would like to play the original game or the holiday edition. So make sure you go grab that. It's $9. And yeah, that's my most recent thing. Everything else will be announced on the Brandy Rose on Twitter.
Hell freaking yeah. And last but not least, Gnome, who are you? Where can we find you? What are you up to?
My name is Gnome. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok at Nomadic. I do TTRPG things and TTRPG places, and got the morning talk show, like Eris said, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with the wonderful Eris. We talk about whatever the fuck we want. Usually it's TTRPGs and then some. Do we have Void this week?
Do we have what this week?
Void?
Yeah.
Asking 4 of the cast members.
Yeah,
three
yeah,
the
of
other
course we do.
cast members. Okay. Okay.
Thursday.
Great. Cool.
Yeah.
Thursday. Great. Yeah, we got Void. We play Coriolis. It's awesome here on this channel. You should check that out.
Perfect.
It's great.
Space.
Yeah, that's it. That's it from all of us to you guys. So check it out, Patreon. Check out everyone's things. We're going to do our after show. Again, if you guys want that, Patreon, link for that down below. Join us in the Discord. Be a part of the community. Be a part of the conversation. But for now, that's all we have for you. So we will see you guys next week. So from all of us to you, bye-bye.